Are you guys ready for me to show you some crazy shit? You ready? You sure? Ready for this? Bam. Hey. Yeah. I made a little PNG tuber model. I would like to eventually get like an actual full VTuber model, but that shit's complicated. And if it's not complicated, it's expensive. So I would rather it be complicated than expensive, meaning I want to like learn Live 2D and do all of that myself. But that's going to take time and effort. So instead, I have this for now. Because, you know, sometimes a motherfucker just doesn't really want to be on camera. It is what it is. So I'm just kind of keeping this in my back pocket. Not going to be using it all the time. Just, you know, from time to time. Actually, from time to time is selling it short. I'm probably going to be using it quite a lot. But I just, I'm still going to be using my camera from time to time is what I should say.
Well, I took you for no matter it. Lay out your arms then.
Like when I do the Homestuck videos or like anything like that, still going to use my camera. But anything like this that's literally just gameplay, then I'm just gonna use this instead. It's easier. I don't have to get all fucking prepared to be on camera. I know technically I could just turn on the stream and go and like not give a shit, but I don't want to look like shit on camera. I gotta get ready. I gotta be presentable for the public. Sometimes I don't want to do that. I just want to sit down and play a video game. So this was the best solution in my eyes. I think it works. Has a little bit of movement, a little bit of animation, you know. You can still see that I'm talking. There's still some amount of, I don't know, personification, I guess. So, I think it's fine. Let me know what you think, though. Golden Parry, I'm seeing what this is. Effective even at a slight distance. Oh, interesting. So you may notice what I'm doing right here. And think, what the fuck is going on? Well, I'm not streaming at the moment, but I fucking need something to get out tomorrow. I have been neglecting streaming this game, and I don't have time. I literally do not have time to do like a full stream at the moment, but I have some time to, you know, hop on the game and do a little bit. So I thought, okay, well, what can I do? What can I do here? I'm not going to try to beat Melania tonight. That's just not going to happen. I don't know where... Was it this Grace? I don't know. But yeah, I'm not beating Melania. That just is what it is. But this is going to be a little parry practice, which is wild for me. I don't parry in these games, like ever. I just am not very good at it, so I don't do it. But I thought, well, I was bashing my head against the wall at Melania for a while. Why don't I at least try a different strategy? Why don't I see what my other options are? And parrying is an option that I have not really at all delved into. So, I was seeing if I could find some kind of, like, some kind of fucking basic enemy I could try this against. But I guess not. I guess I'm just gonna have to go straight for it. Great. I don't even know the timing on this. That's the problem. I don't know, like, is it towards the beginning? Is it right in the middle? Is it at the end of the animation? I don't know when I should be parrying. And I don't even know how many of her moves are parryable. Or if all of them. Or if none of them are. I'm gonna assume some of them are. But we're just gonna go find out. And then next time I do stream, hopefully I can bring these skills with me into that stream. So let's see what the fuck this feels like. I have nothing to lose. Wait, do I have nothing to lose? Let me make sure I have nothing to lose. I should go pick up my runes to make sure there's not too many of them. Yeah, no, I have nothing to lose. So we're just gonna, like, run into this head first and just literally use this like it's a fucking training room right now. Alright? Here we go. Come on, come at me. Boom. That's very fast. So let's see how this goes. Nope. Nope. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm not great at this. Okay. I did it that time. I wonder if that's even parryable when she, like, kind of charges up like that. Okay, so I can parry her. I'm actually so lucky. It doesn't seem like she's phased by the parries, though. She is. She is phased by the parries. Okay. Good to know. And the important part about the parry is she doesn't heal from it. I think, right? I mean, I guess she was full health before, so I don't know, but I'm assuming she doesn't heal from it like she does from a block. Because that's the problem with blocking against her, is she heals. Yeah, I don't... It's unclear with those, like, big attacks if the timing is just more precise, or if they're unparryable. I'm gonna move this little guy over a little bit so that the boss health bar is a bit more viewable. See, that's the other nice thing. So easy to just move it around wherever you need it to be. So right there at the bottom screen, I can resize. Which I guess is true for the camera as well, but being that a camera doesn't have fucking cartoon anime proportions, you actually have to worry about, like, keeping the face proportions, like, visible. Like, keeping the face in frame enough, whereas this, like, the face is fucking huge. Doesn't matter where I put it, you're gonna see when the mouth is open and stuff. Can you fucking chill for a second? Yeah, I don't know about that attack. So yeah, if you were hoping for any kind of progress or anything like that, you could probably just click off this video now. Because it's probably going to be another 20 to 30 minutes of this. This is literally just my training arc. This is me fucking around, seeing what works against this motherfucker. I told you I'm not good. I told you I'm bad at parrying. It's bad. Okay, there's one. So it's like, it's actually more similar to Dark Souls 1 parry timing than like 2 or 3. Because 2 and 3 you had to have a bit more lead up. Dark Souls 1, there were some parries that felt almost instant. That's what this one feels like. I don't know if it's just this specific, like, special parry that I have on this shield, the golden parry, or if this is just actually what all the parries feel like. But, yeah, it's pretty instant. Not like frame 1 though. It's pretty close, but it's not quite literally the second that you press it. So, something to get used to. I will say something that's making it feel pretty good is I got a new controller between the last time I played this and now, and it's an Xbox One Elite controller. This is the first, like, fancy-ass controller I've had like this. And one of the things it has is, like, trigger stops, which I have set to on, like, as far as they can go. It makes the triggers basically, like, another set of bumpers. Like, there's no, like, analog push down time, basically. And it feels pretty good. Yeah, good. Miss every... Okay. See, that move flashed, and I was still able to parry it. So I probably can parry those moves. It's just a bit harder to time it, I guess. You can also parry pretty quickly after you last parried, so... Yeah, it's like... I wonder how many frames that is. Maybe like 5? Because it's not frame 1. It's very clear. It's like, you press the button, and it feels almost instant. But there are at least some frames in between when you press and when the parry window is. Because when I press, like, as the blade is literally connecting to me, it fails every time. But if I press right before, that's when it's successful. Wow, that was a... Speaking of successful, what a fucking good run. I've also been trying to mess with my mic settings a bit. I know it seems like I'm basically always messing with my mic settings, but... I was having a weird issue, or at least I thought it was a weird issue for a while, where the mic just was not hitting the volume that I wanted it to hit. And I was trying so many things. I was like, why the fuck would it be doing this? There's no reason for it to be doing this. I thought it was like a bug with Wavelink, or I didn't know what it was. Turns out it was fucking Windows doing what it does and just changing things for no goddamn reason, because I went into the, like, Windows sound settings and the like input volume was set to like 60% or something like that for no reason. I never did that. I never did anything that should have done that. Windows just apparently likes to do that sometimes. So something that I thought was some crazy stupid issue ended up being really, really simple. So since I fixed that, I've been readjusting my audio settings because before I fixed it, I like readjusted them to try to compensate for that shit. So obviously they were kind of not ideal when I actually got it fixed. So hopefully it sounds good, but it's going to be a work in progress. I'm going to be sorting it out as I record more. Man. So yeah, this is your little training filler catch-up episode. No progress will be made. Or at least no visible progress, no map progress. But we're gonna be making mental progress. That's what this is about. That's what this episode is. This is my fucking character arc. This is me doing something I've never done before in these games. God damn, as soon as I fucking take a drink, really? I'm just gonna stand in the middle and wait for her, honestly. We'll just be stationary, and this is just... I'm her fucking training dummy right now. The problem is that fucking healing. That healing. So bad. Because even if I do get some successful parries, if I mess up several times in a row after that, all of that health is back. So I need to like actually get really good at this if I want this to be a strategy that works. Not like that. That was definitely a bit, by the way. That wasn't just me actually sucking shit. And granted, there might be some other parts of this strategy that I can throw in as well. This is just the parry practice. I'm also planning on looking at some of my spirit ashes and seeing like what I could summon besides Mimic Tier, if anything might be more successful at helping me compared to that. That's been like de facto the best spirit ash I have up until this point, but maybe something else could be warranted for this fight. I don't know. We're gonna experiment. This is a fight where it's actually making me reach into my toolkit for once. For a long time, I was talking about how like I didn't really use any of my spirit ashes, didn't really use any of the consumables and whatever, because they just never really felt needed. They feel a little needed right now. Like I feel like I actually have to reach into my inventory and like see what I got. So, parrying is just one of those things. I had the slight idea, which I don't know if it'll be effective, of using an ash that summons multiple spirits, just so that the aggro can be a bit more drawn away from me. Problem is, I don't know if the health would be too little, that they would just die way too quickly for it to even do anything. I could try poison. There are a few things I've thought of. I think something like poison or rot would be really effective. I don't know if she would be affected by rot, considering she does rot. But something like that could be really effective, considering she doesn't really attack you from afar. Almost ever. She really waits for you to close the gap. So if I could get some kind of status on her that would, like, kind of bleed her out while I just back up and play safe, and maybe add some spells on top of that, that could work actually really well for this boss. So that's something else I'm thinking of. We're just gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see what works. For now, I'm gonna be a little silent. We're gonna do some parry practice. Alright. I mean, that was better. I think focusing there definitely helped a little bit. Let me give myself some more flasks while I'm doing all of this practice. Let me also... while I'm just trying shit out, let's see. What kind of ashes do we have here? See, I was thinking something like this. Something like this. True death does not come easily for them. It's like, I'm just gonna go by and kind of try stuff. Continue to rise again until properly finished off. See, that sounds really good too. Same with that. Freezing. Oh shit, I hear a storm brewing outside. Demi-human, something like this could be pretty good. Let's see, I would like to try these. In fact, I'm gonna try these now, because I really am curious. Can she even be affected by rot at all? If so, then great. If not, then we're gonna maybe try poison. Iron Fleshy 2 is remain rooted to the spot, which is Well, I don't know, it could work. This is also poison, okay. They creep slowly, scattering toxic pollen. So at least these ones move. So we'll try that if rot does not work. We have archers. Shields. I wonder like how much damage that would even block. Cause that could, well, no, that would still heal her. Cause she fucking heals from shield hits, so never mind. That would actually be maybe one of the worst things to throw against her. Sturdy body, hard enough to blunt its opponent's blades. So that could be pretty interesting. Because she definitely does not have a blunt weapon. These... Will these do rot? We'll see. We'll try that and then the dogs. Because that's in like the higher tier, so it theoretically should do more rot, I guess? I don't know. Perfumer. Raptors failed. Okay, so she was known as a healer, so will she heal me? That could be a thing. And then we have these. Sleep. Sleep. That has potential too. I didn't even think about sleep. Gargling specialist who throws all manner of pots and jars. Maybe. If I could keep Melania's attention, then something like this could work, like a ranged thing. Like, do I have... I'm actually gonna literally check right now. Do I have a talisman like the, what is it? Shibibi's Woe constantly attracts enemies' aggression. If I put this on, will it make her aggro to me instead of the ashes for the most part? Because that could make things also easier. Okay. Do I have anything that can do rot? Because I just want to see really quickly, like... However I can, as quickly as possible, apply rot. So that I know if it can get her or not. Coats armament with rot. I obviously am not going to be able to use this. Do I have like a dagger or something I could throw that on? I do just have like a regular dagger. Because that would be a quick way for me to throw some rot on, summon that guy, and just try to apply rot as quickly as possible to see if it's even possible. And I guess even if it's possible in first phase doesn't necessarily mean it's Possible in second phase. We're just... Listen, we're gonna have to test. We're gonna have to see what happens and what's possible. I'm glad I drank. Oh my fucking... Holy shit, get the fuck away from me. I didn't even put on that talisman and she's already... Why is she being so aggressive? I'm not seeing any rot. I don't even know if that thing does rot damage or not. I'm gonna use the dogs instead and see if that does anything more substantial. That's not what I meant to do. I don't think she can be effective with rot. I think it would have happened by now. Because, see, now let's try the same thing with poison. And I guarantee it's actually gonna happen. I don't even think I need to use this because I'm pretty sure I still have... Where's it at? It's a claw weapon. Like venom... whatever it's called. Venomous fangs. Am I able to put something else on these that would, like, change? Wait a second. I don't know why I'm coming back here to do this. That was just silly of me. So putting poison on it doesn't make it... It causes it to do less? Unless it makes it do deadly poison if I stack that? You know? But it makes it seem like it just does less overall. I guess I'll keep it on cold. So I'll do that, and I'll equip what does poison. These things... Do I have anything that can do poison from afar, maybe? It doesn't really look like it. That might be the best I have in terms of poison, honestly. Which is unfortunate. We're gonna put this on. Just to make sure that the spirits aren't dying, like, too quickly. And then back to here. So I have to keep her around these things. That's gonna be a task. But let's see. How's this gonna go? Come, my army. This is stupid. I don't get affected by this, right? Nah. Oh my god, they just like immediately die. They literally die in like 2 hits. Oh, they're fucking useless. Great. Yeah, that's not... I don't think that's gonna work. Now, to be fair, they're unupgraded. But even so, like... I don't know. Okay, let's try these things instead. And take this back off. So I'm using these specifically just to draw aggro, while I try to apply poison as quickly as possible. And it says that they will it said not easily killed for good or something like that, right? So I don't know. Let's just see what happens here. Unless that just meant they're supposed to be like kind of tanky. Which it might. Yeah, I don't think those guys were actually what I thought they were. I thought they were gonna, like, rise back up from the dead. But what will do that is any of the skeletons. There's just not as much of them. But it could still work. We'll see. At least these won't go down for good. And again, I know that, like, any of them are probably not as effective as they could be because they're not fully upgraded. I'm just kind of I'm feeling out what feels the most powerful before I try and, like, focus on upgrading any one in particular. Oh, she's definitely frostbitten. But no poison, huh? Poison might not work on her. Those things do pretty good poison. My game just crashed. What the fuck? Interesting. Yeah, those things do good poison. Like, that's kind of their entire purpose, is to quickly apply poison. So if the other status effect got procced, but that one didn't, then I think it's probably safe to assume poison nor rot really affects her. So I guess sleep is the other option, because there was that one ash that had sleep arrows. So I think I'm going to try that now. And I will also equip a sword that I had. I remember I used it a lot a while back. That does sleep. So let's see here. Dolores the Sleeping Arrow. St. Trina's arrows from her short bow. So let's take that. Let's equip Sword of St. Trina. And let's just... And if I remember right... Yeah, creates a mist. Do I have any spells that do something like that? I have the mist... I have the sleep mist. Do I have any, like, sleep projectiles? I don't think so. No, just the mist. Melania doesn't really stay in place too well, though, so I don't know how well this would work. We can try. We can see how it goes. So I'm going to summon this right by the door, and then I'm going to run up to her to try and ensure she doesn't go after it. Got it. Gets me too. Can she not be slept either, or is it just really difficult? Because the frostbite applied to her like really quickly when I had that on. Everything else has been just not happening. So it leads me to believe that she's kind of resistant against any other try one more time, one or two more times to get the sleep going. Because that time wasn't a very good try. She's very unclear. if she can be affected by it, it's fucking hard. Oh, she got slept. It didn't really do much to her, though. So sleep probably isn't the best option against her. That really affected her for like a single second or less. Okay. Sleep, no go. What else do we have? Bleed? There's bleed, there's frost. I know that at least frost works against her. I don't know if bleed does. So I'm gonna look for a weapon that I have that does bleed. Like this, actually. Perfect. I didn't see any ashes that can bleed. I'm just gonna try that just because I'm curious. Bloodhound. I think the Bloodhound blade bleeds. If I'm not mistaken. I'm also curious about the Crystallian. Since Melania has a slashing weapon. Curious to see if it has a good resistance against her attacks. Yeah, I think Bloodhound might be a good companion for this. Unless I'm completely wrong and it actually doesn't do any kind of bleed damage, but I could have sworn that it does. So, let's see. Let's see how this goes. Oh my god. Okay, she bleeds. That's good. And Bloodhound's actually, he's good. He's not even upgraded and he's this good. course, that still happens, but I mean, damn. He's fast is the thing. That really helps against her. She's fast. I feel like I need an Ashe who can keep up with her. And the unfortunate thing about the mimics here is, yes, it has all of my power, but it doesn't have a human brain, so it just sits there and tanks attacks, which isn't great. So if I want fast, if fast can help me with this, then I can also try this guy like I was curious about in the first place. I think the only other two I'm curious about are the Black Blade and the Crystallion. Because a lot of these other ones just seem like they'll probably just die really quickly. The only one that had promise was the Skeletons, because it was pretty nice that as long as I could keep her attention, they could just keep getting back up. Can't tell if either of those are quicker. I don't think so. Oh shit! What the fuck? Oof. That guy seems really good, actually. That actually seems really good. Wow. Okay, so death? The death attribute might be what I'm looking for, but do I have anything that can do that? I don't know if I do. At least not anything I can use. Jesus, that was crazy. Anything here? Death Blight, that's what it's called. So I want to keep practicing parrying, but I think I'm gonna keep that guy on the team. I'm still gonna try the others, because I still do want to see just how they perform. What was it, the Crystallion? Was there anybody else? No, I think the Crystallion was the only other one. I want to see how this does, but if it's not like significantly tanky against her, I'm just going with that other guy, because that was crazy. Okay, can I ever actually see this guy in action? Holy shit. Fucking fights over here, man. Fuck. Okay. Immediately, this was a mistake, actually. This is literally just a free healing station for her, is what this is. So, yeah, nah, that's not gonna work. I don't think. Fucking fuck! Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. We're gonna use the other thing. So I'm gonna do one more practice run for now. I'm gonna go upgrade. I'm gonna go upgrade that Black Blade guy as much as I can. And see how that does, along with the Shabriri's Woe and all that. Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, here we go. Ghost Gloveworts. I think it's worth it. I'm gonna say it's worth it. I've barely been using them. I think now is a good time to actually use them. Insufficient runes, but I still... Damn. That takes a lot of runes, actually. I thought it was going to be the Gloveworts that I ran out of first.
Greed, are you here for spirit?
Insufficient runes again. Oh my god.
Greed, are you here for
That's crazy. Again, I think it's worth it.
Greed, are you here for spirit?
I don't upgrade these things too much other than the Mimic tier. Which, speaking of which, I could actually probably stand to upgrade that as well. Plus 10 Mimic tier? Fuck yeah. I can't do anything with my sword, right? In fact, I'm pretty sure... Wait. Of course I can't. It's literally at the max level. So yeah, I have that fully upgraded. So I'm going to throw that on here. I'm going to put on this thing to draw aggro. And we're gonna see how that goes, I guess. I'm just gonna make sure I don't have any, like, talismans I'm forgetting about that would actually be, like, super amazing for this. This could be nice. And immunity is, against rot, right? So that could also be nice. Raising a rot in vicinity increases attack power. I think this is okay for now. Maybe I can also just kind of permanently throw this on, because I'm pretty sure immunity is against rot, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Summon this guy who is now plus 10, right? Yeah. Fuck. Okay, let's see how this goes. I actually have no idea how this is gonna go. Oh, she's doing the thing. That brings her health down so quickly now. Okay, so that's good to know. In fact, I think if I just have this talisman on, I could just try to parry. And honestly let the summon do like the majority of the damage. Yeah, so that's the problem. That's the big problem. I bet there's a parry timing for that, though. I bet there is. I just need to get it right. Okay, let's not even attack. This is literally my last try in this session. I'm not even gonna attack. I'm only gonna parry. Except to draw aggro, I guess. If I need to. She can't get away from him. Okay. That's tough. That's a difficult. I There has to be a way to parry that, though, right? There has to be. I'm not... I just feel like that has to be like the intended way to get past that, because running away is like kind of finicky. Like you gotta be really, really far away for that to work. Jesus. I wonder if I should look up if that move is parryable. Not like the timing for it, because I'm willing to find out the timing myself. I just want to know, like, am I wasting my time by even trying? It's unclear. Okay. Actually, last try. Throwing everything at it, and then next time we'll kind of try to put it all together and see what we can do here. Alright, fair enough. That healing is so... ugh, so hard to actually get around. I feel like that's the #1, like, run killer. It's just the fact that even if you do manage to get some good damage in, she'll just heal it right up if you make a mistake. We will continue experimenting next time.